Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. I'm Candy.
I'm May.
And this is the Sis
And Sissy podcast.
I hope everyone had an awesome night. We're just going to go ahead and jump right on in there. Miss May.
Yes, Candy Cane.
What's your topic for today?
Our topic today is going to be a real serious topic as far as I'm concerned. The topic today was brought about. This is why I wanted to discuss this topic. It was brought about because of a video that I had saw recently on Facebook. And the video showed two young men arguing. They were having an argument. And there was a black man present, and he was trying to mediate.
Right.
You understand? He was trying to stop the argument from escalating. And in doing that, there was a police officer standing there, and he chose to call for backup. Okay, for whatever reason now.
Right.
It don't even seem like he attempted to really try to mediate the situation,
right.
But he saw a black man there. He saw these two young men going at it, so he chose to call backup. When he called backup, two other police arrived on the scene. And one police officer immediately started yelling at the black man, told him to back up, hold his hands up. And then he even ran full force, the police officer did, and shoved him in his chest.
I saw that.
When he shoved him in his chest, I had to just feel like this man was like, hold on, wait a minute.
Right.
Nobody's talking to me. Nobody is trying to find out what's happening. These men, the police is just like shoved me. First of all, he's assaulted me. And then the other police officers, they followed suit. And what they did was they took out their tasers and they started tasing him.
Right.
Even after they managed to put handcuffs on him, they continued to tase him.
I saw that.
The lady that was there, she was filming the whole thing. She was just really crying out. She was screaming. He's down. He's down.
Right.
It doesn't take all of that. I mean, she was really trying to advocate for him. You understand what I'm saying? And it really made me sad. Yeah. I know this is happening like right now, every day.
Yeah.
You understand? And my topic of the day is just us, police brutality. What I want to discuss is, what is it that we as black people need to do? You understand? To try to get a grip on this. You understand? Because what I'm seeing is that we can put our hands up. That's classic. That's what the police want us to do, right? We still get attacked. We still get killed. Or we still, if we're lucky, get arrested and make it to the police precinct. What is it that we black people need to do? I have sons. You have sons.
Yep.
I heard some people one time, on social media talking about what we parents, need to do, or the conversations that need to be had with our children, especially our young men, what we need to do what they need to do if the police stops them.
Yeah. Yep.
The scary part of all of this now is, what should we do now? Throw all that shit out the window? Because there are no rules.
Yep. They even killing us in the home. Remember?
Okay. Yes.
What's her name?
Tatiana. Yeah. There are no rules that apply. I remember, Candy, I don't know if you remember, like, when we were little, when we were young and we were going to elementary school. Remember Officer Friendly?
Right.
I know y'all remember Officer Friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they brought our officer into the classroom and stuff and, made us like him.
Yep.
We looked up to Officer Friendly, you know what I'm saying, as our hero. That was our first superhero, really, Officer Friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when police used to really try to be a part of the community.
Right.
Like there were police officers and stuff that, the neighbors knew them.
Yeah.
And they'd stop by the neighbor's house, you know what I'm saying? Have a cup of coffee, you know what I'm saying? Or stand outside and have a good conversation and talk to the neighbors, you know what I'm saying, in the community. And I remember that we felt safe.
Yeah.
You know, we felt protected. And I thought that was an oath that police officers took to protect and serve. It's very unfortunate that the police have become the gang in our own communities. You know, I mean, I don't feel safe even with a police driving behind me. And I know I haven't done a damn thing.
You're still looking in your rearview mirror just to make sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Making sure your seatbelt is where it's supposed to be.
Like, I am more frightened now of the police
than anything else. Yeah.
Than anything else.
Yeah.
You know?
And we women.
Yes.
And we scared.
And I'm very afraid for my sons.
Yeah.
You know, because these days we are being assaulted and killed first. And then questions being asked later.
Yep.
And then the questions that are asked later, they really aren't
to find
pertinent.
The truth.
Yeah, they're not
it's
the pertinent
to make
questions.
You look guilty.
Yeah, it's totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
They start bringing up the fact that they killed my son because he smoked weed. He was a weed smoker.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
They killed my son because he stole some candy. You know what I'm saying? Out of the store.
Yeah.
Simple shit. You understand what I'm saying? And then they walk around, people, you know, society walks around and try to make us feel like we're angry black people, all of us. We just angry black people. But check this out.
We are.
We
have a right to be angry.
Exactly.
We have a right. Even though my husband and I, we look at things like that. And a lot of times I do see where if we just comply, sometimes we do, because we are angry, we react. Why? So we react. Why you pull me over? Why you did this? Because we are angry. I did absolutely nothing. So why you treat me like this? So that's the reason why they get this response. Then when you flip it, just comply. But then when you comply, it's still a possibility that you're going to die.
Yes.
It's still a possibility. So even, like you say, with your hands up, that's fine. Your hands can be up. But remember the black man who was trying to help a mental guy, he on the ground laying down with his hand up. He's still dead.
Yes.
So,
yes. And I mean, these days when they stop us, I mean, they used to like say, you know, your license and registration.
Right.
Now we have to ask permission to retrieve our license and our registration. And heaven forbid your license, where it usually is for men, in your wallet, in your back pocket.
Right.
You know, men these days are scared to move.
Yep.
You know, like we're paralyzed when the police stop us. Yep. And I'm telling you guys, like there is something wrong, you know, with our society as a people. You know, when the police have become like the gang or we're terrorists. You know, in our own country, we're terrorizing ourselves.
God forbid you say something they don't like, because you get arrested now for being disrespectful to them.
Wow.
You ain't broke no law, but because you question them and you holding your own, you're going to get arrested. You know, or you're going to get handcuffed or thrown to the ground because they don't like what you said.
And it's just, you know, to me, it's just very, it's disgusting, first and foremost. I don't think that policemen should have a right to assault anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, they definitely don't have a right to take your lives for nothing. And it's just happening every day. And I just want to ask you viewers, you know, anybody out there, you know, we may have a few police officers out there, you know, that's watching this. Like, what can we do? You know, I mean, as me, a parent, you know what I'm saying? Or Candy, a parent of young black men. Grandma, what can we do when we can't even teach our kids to comply and still feel like, you know, their lives are going to be saved or they're going to come home? Yeah. You understand? Let me tell you something, Candy. I feel like really when it comes to white society, I feel like there are really three things that I think really terrorize them. Mm-hmm. Those three things are, one, I think being an intelligent black man who knows your rights. You understand? That's the first fearful thing. You know, I think, and the second one is they fear black unity, you know, I mean, or they fear a black person. You know, sometimes just looking at a black face, they fear black face and they fear black people as a unit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, and I just feel like they also fear us rebelling against the system. And when I say rebelling against the system, I'm not advocating any violence.
Right.
You understand? But I think that black people, we need to wake the fuck up, and we need to really not only see but acknowledge and understand that if we don't organize, if we don't get together and come to some type of agreement or plan, we are all going to be extinct. I do feel that way. You understand? Because they are killing us or taking our lives at such a rapid rate.
Right.
You understand that if we do not take action, I fear for our children's children. I fear for our grandkids. You understand? What kind of world is this going to be for them if we're going through hell right now? You know? So we need to get together, people. This is very real. You know, one thing that journalist said, the white journalist in the video that I saw, she said that it's not that people don't see and understand what it is that's happening. She say they don't want to really acknowledge it publicly because that would force them to have to do something about it. And she says that they don't want to do anything about this police brutality or the killing of all these black people. They don't want to do anything about it. And maybe they don't want to do anything about it because they haven't killed enough of us yet. Maybe that's it. And I'm not saying that all police officers are bad. I just feel like that if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. And I don't see too many good police officers speaking up or saying a damn thing about all of these lives that are being lost. So that's my feeling today. You know, what can we do? You know, I know Farrakhan said that, Minister Farrakhan said that we black people need to stop trying to equate or become equal, you know what I'm saying, with white society. Because really, to tell you the truth, white people have always been true to form. You know, they've never liked us. They've never looked at us as human beings, you know. They've always seen us as gum up underneath their shoe. Black people, I guess, ever since, you know, Martin Luther King, like, we have always been trying to equate ourselves. We keep hollering equality, you know, and it's come to the point now where it's like we have this script, or white people know that we have a script, and how the script goes is that they kill one of us, they kill a black person, and what are black people going to do? They hope first that we riot and tear up our communities, you know, like a lot of our dumbasses do.
Yeah.
But what they know for sure is going to happen is that there are going to be tears shed, you know, by the family. You understand what I'm saying? Then we're going to have, you know, these, I don't even know what to call them, these jokers like Al Sharpton. What the fuck do you call Al Sharpton? Because he already looks ridiculous, and I don't see what purpose he serves. But you have these so-called black leaders,
civil
rights, black leaders. You know, they jumping on the side. No, it's just a camera op. It's just a photo op. They're hopping next to these families, you know, acting like they're just like determined to get justice, and nothing's never done, you know. So we're going to cry. We're going to pray. We might even march. But to white society, it's just a bitch and a moan, you know, and then it's going to last briefly. It's not going to last for long. And then, you know, the police officers that commit these murders, nothing happens to them. You know, that's the script too. We almost know that they're probably going to get suspended with pay. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, when everything dies down, you know, they're acquitted of all charges, you know, and then they go back to work. And then it's just a cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's just a vicious cycle, and it's repeated over and over again. But I'm saying today to our people, if I get nothing else across to you guys. You know, anybody that has a platform or a forum that we can talk about this, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it, and we need to keep talking about it, you know. But other than that, we really need to organize. We need to meet. We need to organize. You understand? We need to become independent of this system that's killing us. You know what I'm saying? That's taking our lives. And I, for one, I know for a fact that freedom isn't free. You understand? Our ancestors died. You understand? They lost their lives for the little bit of freedoms that we have now. And I just see black people being so freaking passive. You understand? And pussified. You understand what I'm saying? They scared to death. You know? It's like every man for himself and God for us all. You understand? But if we keep that same type of mentality, we're gonna no longer exist. You understand? So I, for one, if I'm gonna die, I want to die for something. You understand? I want to die on my feet. You understand what I'm saying? Knock me the fuck down. But I don't want me or my kids being killed for nothing.
So what's the solution? Because I can pretty
we have
much
to organize.
Guarantee that you're not the only one that feels
we
like
have to
that.
organize,
and a lot
Candy.
of people sit and say the same thing, but we have to stop talking. We have to do something.
Organize. That's what I'm saying.
What are we going to do? Because
we have to do something.
We're going to say this today, and that's going to be it.
But that's why I'm reaching out. That's going to be it. That's why I'm reaching out, Candy, to anybody, any black person that has any notoriety. You understand? That has a platform. You know what I'm saying? We not only just need to just keep talking about this, but we need to come together. We need to organize. We need to meet. You understand? And hey, I'm even for what Farrakhan says. Give us our own damn land. Y'all keep telling us to go back to Africa. Fuck Africa. Let us choose our own land. You understand? Give us our own shit. Because a lot of us, believe it or not, will be glad to get on it. As long as y'all ass stay off of it. Okay? So we can wrap this shit up, Candy.
All right, guys. As you can see, May was really passionate about that.
Very passionate about this. I'm fired the fuck up.
But seriously, we have to find something else to do. We can't keep talking about it. We have to find something to do, because I feel the same way that you do, May. But who's going to make the first move?
And we have to make a first move because right now, listen, we are the matriarchs and the patriarchs are our families. You understand what I'm saying? We are not going to be here forever. You understand? None of us came here to stay. We are going to die one day. What is going to happen to our kids and our grandkids? Okay?
All right.
So we got to do something, you people. You know what I'm saying? Black people, wake the fuck up now. Get your head out the sand. Get your head out your ass. You understand? Let's organize. Let's meet. Let's talk about this. You understand? And do something about it.
All right now.
Thanks for listening.
This is Candy.
This is May.
And this is the Sis.
And Sissy. Podcast.